Using gaming headphones in the recording studio and ones that are around 50 bucks, What's up everybody, I'm the Derek Frank, and today I'm gonna test out some gaming headphones in my studio. My friends at Redragon sent me these H510 Zeus headphones, and for a gaming headset, they're great. But will they work in my studio? Now these are great gaming headsets, especially for the price, but will they remotely work in the studio? Of course, gaming headsets are tuned to sound better, so when you're playing games, it's an optimized sound, and a lot of times when you're recording, you want things flat. But does that matter for tracking? I wouldn't mix with these headphones, but I did test them out on the drums and a couple other things, and I think you'd be really surprised at the results. First, let's talk about some of the specs of these headphones.
This headset features lossless sound quality with 7.1 surround sound technology, so you can hear the whole scene around you while you're playing games. This is done with a 53mm driver that gives you a wider frequency range. They also have a detachable microphone that is noise canceling, so it really helps eliminate all that background sound.
The Redragon H510 Zeus headphones come with a standard headphone cable that'll plug into the bottom here, and then that will go into your gaming controller, your phone, directly into your computer, or your interface like I'm using it for as well. But it also comes with this really cool USB cable that makes it its own interface, and they have their own software that is pretty decent software to make this really kind of take an edge over some of the competition. When my friends at Redragon said that they wanted me to test these out with music and in my studio, I was like, well, number one thing that this is not going to work is having this big old microphone on the side. I'm not going to sit there and track drums and look like Britney Spears.
Leave her alone!
With a microphone in my face when I'm just doing drum tracks, all I need them for is to hear. Well, that's where they were like, that's why we thought these are perfect for you, because the microphone detaches. And this is actually a great little microphone. A lot of times, inexpensive gaming headsets, the microphone is usually where they cut corners first. But this one does a really nice job. But without that, it makes these really functional studio headphones. Now, how do they sound? They sound great. Again, I wouldn't use these to mix music, but for tracking, they're great. The one thing I really like about them is they are some of the softest ear cups that I've ever used for any headphones. And when you get like studio headphones, unless you're getting into really high dollar headphones, like some Beyerdynamics, the cups are usually really firm and they don't feel great. But these are really soft and they're really smooth. And whatever material they use, I'm assuming it's like a pleather material, seems like it's really durable. The other thing I really like is that on the inside is padded, and it's got their cool logo in there. But with that padding, it actually kind of muffles the sound, not in a bad way though. It makes it so it's not like just straight beating into your eardrum. And one problem I have with a lot of headphones, especially inexpensive headphones, is that they don't have a lot of barrier between the actual speaker and your ear, and you can almost feel that SPL pressure, whereas these, since they have that little piece of foam on there, it really kind of eliminates that. Now, if you like that pressure and you want a little bit more feel, then you can remove those. They're super easy to remove. You just take the cups off and then pull those foam pieces off and they come right out. But I really like them with them in there. One of the things I really loved with these, with tracking on drums, was that I had enough of the outside volume still coming in where I didn't feel like I had to play super loud over the track, and I also didn't feel like I had to crank the volume when I was recording. That's a problem I have, because when I use like in-ear monitors when I'm tracking drums, or really good closed back headphones where I can't hear a lot on the outside, I tend to overplay and play it way too loud. Whereas with these, I could hear enough of the outside stuff that I was a little bit more mindful of my playing. And also, they didn't leak out any noise. So that's a thing that I was really afraid of, where I was like, okay, it sounds good when I'm playing, but am I going to be able to hear the audio from the headphones when I'm recording? And my mics that I've got set up on the drums are really sensitive. That was also a concern with doing vocal stuff. But I didn't have any issue with bleed outside of the headphones. Now let's fire on the old Xbox and test these guys out with gaming.
There we go. All right, so now let's give it a little test here and see how these things work out. The microphone sounds really good. This is just with the standard Xbox audio. This is going directly into my Xbox with my camera. So like, this would be me streaming on OBS, but also what my partners are hearing. But since they have such great sound and it's really good 360, I have a little bit of an edge because I can hear when other players are coming up, and I can hear what direction they're in.
Now let's test out the USB driver so that you can use this as basically its own interface and control it right from your computer if you are doing more gaming type setups, or even for like Zoom meetings, Skype meetings, things like that. So let's go ahead and fire up the software that they provide.
There's 2 pages that you can access on the Redragon software for the H510 Zeus. First is the speaker setup. This is the volume control master for what you hear in your ears, and then also you can adjust the left and right. So if you're having a little bit of uneven sound, or maybe you prefer a little bit more, or completely in one ear, which is kind of a cool feature to have if you're trying to hear some things on the outside. So being able to have that is kind of nice. And then also you have your microphone set up. So this is your mic in level, and then this is your monitoring level. This is what you're hearing of yourself just in your microphone in your ears. So if you don't like hearing yourself in your ears, which I don't know anybody that's that way, I really want my own microphone blasting in my ears. But this is the volume knob to control all that. And then at the top, you have your master volume. And then this here will say what frequency you're running at, whether it's 44.1 or 48. I do 48 because that is kind of like the industry standard for recording audio.
So in conclusion, I really love these, especially for right around the $50 range on Amazon. And if you want to buy a set of these, make sure you do my Amazon affiliate link. I do make a little bit of a cut from that, and it kind of helps out the channel. And of course, if you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button and see some of my other videos. Most of my videos are going to be more music and studio related, but these just really fit in with what I'm doing. And I think if you're wanting to use these not only for gaming, Skype meetings, things like that, but also if you're wanting to use them for like tracking drums or practicing or guitar or voice, something where you don't need the exact flat reference, like if you're mixing, these are an amazing option. They're super well built, metal on the sides. Like I had mentioned before, the cup design is incredible and the mic is really great. So I can't say anything but good things about these headphones. Thanks again, guys, for your time. I always appreciate the support. If you have any questions or some other things that you want me to cover, make sure you leave them in the comments below, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.